Hey everyone, my name is Joseph Luswari, and I'm taking you through the introduction to disturbances of growth and development. So, as you see those images, they are actually abnormalities of growth of the fetuses. These were still in the development, and this is something that we're going to look at. We're looking at growth and development. So, let's appreciate. First of all, someone would now need to understand when someone talks about disturbances of growth and development, what does it mean? So we're going to first break down word by word, then we define it, what each word means. Then after that, we shall be able to now construct a proper definition of disturbances of growth and development. So first of all, what does disturbances mean? When I say you're disturbing me, it means that you're interrupting my peace to some extent. So disturbances are interruptions of the normal state. When I talk of growth, what do I mean? When I say you're growing, you're basically increasing in cell number. So that is increase in the cell number, you're increasing in size. So increase in cell number is growth. When I say you're developing, it means that you're actually getting now more complex in one way or the other. So it means change in the complexity of the organ. Or you're looking at its specialization of the cells there. Now, since we've understood that disturbances are the interruptions of the normal state and growth is the increase in size, development, we've said it's a complexity, it's a change in the complexity of the organ. Now, what is the definition of disturbances of growth and development? Disturbances of growth and development would then refer to the deviation from the normal state, from the normal pattern of progressive increase in size and differentiation of tissues, because that is in development. So you're looking at an alteration, a deviation from the normal pattern of progressive increase in size and differentiation of tissues. So when someone asks what is disturbances of growth and development, you're going to basically say these are deviations from the normal pattern of progressive increase in size. You wouldn't want to use growth again. Yes, disturbances, deviations from the normal pattern of progressive increase in size and differentiation of tissues. Yes, so that understood, we shall now proceed to some of the things that we are going to actually see deeper down. So what I'm basically doing is basically to introduce what would be now found within the disturbances of growth and development. Now, my colleagues who are going to come after me are going to be now taking you step by step, especially into these categories. So some of the categories of growth and differentiation disturbances would include, number one, we are going to look at the congenital and development anomalies. Now, congenital, we understand that this is during the process of embryogenesis and also the development. So the abnormalities are happening before the fetus is born. So congenital and development anomalies are going to be abnormalities of structures and function which occur during the development stages of an individual. So these are abnormalities of structures and function which occur during the development stages of an individual. So that is when the fetus is still it's not yet born. For example, you see that was a calf, and if you look at the limbs, if you look at the eyes, it's non-proper. So the structures have been, there is an abnormality of the structures, but also there is an abnormality of the functions. If the structure is affected, then the function will not be also still the same. Now let's proceed to atrophy. So atrophy basically refers to the reduction in size of a normally developed organ. So for example, here I put a muscle which was normal and then a muscle which had atrophied, meaning it had reduced in size, reduction in size of a normal organ. You get the thymus gland, that is very normal. When we are young, it is big. When we grow, it now reduces. The basa of Fabricius, And this is done to the cell size or number reduction, or in both. So the cell size would reduce, or the cell number would reduce, or both can actually happen for an organ to be atrophied. Then hypertrophy. If you look at those images where we have the cells, that is something actually that is illustrating very well. Hypertrophy, we are looking at an organ that is going to increase in size due to the individual cells increasing in size. So here, what brings about the increase of the organ size is because the three cells increased in size. So normally, it normally happens if maybe you've lost an organ and it is trying to compensate. Probably you're using only one hand. So this hand is going to atrophy just because the cells are going to actually increase in size. Now, it's different from hyperplasia. Hyperplasia, for it is going to, the organ is going to increase in size due to the increased number of cells. So normally these are normal cells. However, at advanced stages, you will discover that to some extent, hyperplasia can progress into another abnormality that we are going to see further. Then we are looking at metaplasia. So metaplasia, if you look at that, the histological cells, you're looking at the columnar cells transforming into squamous cells. So basically metaplasia means that a normal well-developed cell is being transformed into another adult cell. So the columnar cells were transformed into the squamous cells. This we normally see it happening probably in people who smoke. Yes, where the lining of the respiratory system is going to transform into the squamous in one or the other. Then dysplasia. So dysplasia, if you look at the normal cells, they are well organized. If you look at the dysplasia cells, they have been changed in size. They are no longer, because these were like cuboidal. So the other ones are, it is a confusing cell of the epithelium in one or the other. They're disorganized because it's like they have been just poured, and then they have a difference in size. So dysplasia means the disorganization in cell size, shape. So the size, you see it, the shape and arrangement. Size, shape, and arrangement have been disorganized of the cells. Then dystrophy. Dystrophy is going to refers to basically the retrogressive changes in the adult tissue due to defective nutrition. So what is causing the regression of that adult tissue is because of the nutritional deficiency probably that are happening. So remember, this was a muscle cell, and this here, it has actually come smaller. So dystrophy, you're looking at retrogressive changes in adult tissue due to defective nutrition. It is a bit different from the first one that we saw. Now, let's see what anaplasia means. Anaplasia basically refers to the loss of cellular differentiation. So the cells are going to look like primitive cells, meaning they can multiply anytime, yet they are not supposed to. Then for neoplasia, basically refers to the progressive and uncontrolled growth of new abnormal tissue in an organ. So here the tissue have now lost the normal body control, and so they are just multiplying at their own. Progressive and they are no longer controlled by the body. So, and this is going to begin, you're going to see that it normally results into tumors, things of that sort. Now let's see and appreciate these pictures. Atrophy, you're looking at the cells, actually the normal cells have regressed, they have reduced in size. Hypertrophy, you're looking at the normal cells now have increased in size to compensate. Hyperplasia, you're looking at actually the normal cells, the organ is increasing because there is more increase in the cell number. Metaplasia, you're looking at the cuboidal cells that were initially, now they've been transformed into squamous, meaning the adult cells have been changed into another adult cell, from the columnar to now the squamous. Dysplasia, you're seeing the cuboidal cells that are actually now have lost shape. They've lost shape, they've lost arrangement, they've lost also the size that was there before. That is dysplasia. Hypoplasia, you're looking at an organ reducing because of the reduction in cell number. So it is the cell number that is bringing the reduction of that size. Hyperplasia, that we've looked at it. Now neoplasia, you're looking at actually neoplasia, you're looking at now this was the organ. Now the cells have lost, they are now abnormally multiplying due to the loss of the normal proliferation, regulation, and absence of stimuli, so they're just multiplying. When you look at anaplasia, you're looking at the cell that actually has loss of the structure and functional differentiation of a normal cell. So this is a normal cell, but then it has lost the normal structure and functional differentiation. Yes. So thank you very much. That was the introduction to disturbances of growth and development. Thank you very much.